but
Okay.
just a little opener. I was talking to my friend literally the other day. I'm not going to mention her name or his name because I don't want people to realize this. But you take a shower every morning, correct?
You know me.
Good. Okay. Now, the drying towel. You hang it up?
Now I do.
Hang it up. You might use it again later. You might use
I
that
had
drying
to
towel
teach
again
myself
later.
how to do that.
Here's
You know how
what
we grew up.
But here's what I found out. I'm sitting amongst a group of friends, and here's what I found out. The washcloth. What do you do with that?
Okay. I use a different one. You know how we...
Okay.
But we're brothers.
But I use a different one every day. You use a different one. I didn't know that people were recycling the washcloth.
Yeah.
That's brand new to me. That's brand new information.
I tried that when we moved out of our parents' house. I tried to reuse it. But no, bro. Like, plus, I mean, I feel like it's different for like certain things that you do in life. We're dudes. You might go running. You might do some stuff.
And it has nothing to do with the dude. It's just all disgusting.
All right, fine. You're a dude. You might have a shitty day.
Our friends that listen to this podcast,
I mean,
just want you to
God.
I just want y'all to know right now that in that moment, I was disgusted by y'all. I'm still disgusted by y'all. I thought I voiced how disgusted I was by y'all, but it's been on my heart because they told me that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And like this morning, I woke up and I was like, ugh. Bothered me.
You ever gone and took a shower at somebody's house and you see the towels hanging up? You be like, okay, like that's what I got myself into. That's whatever.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Like how everybody's treating the Astros because we cheated. Yeah, we cheated. We're heels now. We won. I don't care.
I like being the bad guy.
I like being the bad guy too. It's dope. Like, who cares?
I'm getting asterisk shirts. I'm doing all that.
Yeah, Astros. Asterisks. I like that.
I'm going all the way.
I feel like I like the haters one with the
a
H.
villain is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like everybody likes villains.
Of course. The Joker is the best character in Batman, and Batman's my favorite. Like,
Batman is a villain.
Batman is a villain. Batman's crazy.
He breaks the law because he has money.
Yeah.
If Batman was like a good guy, you know what he'd do? He'd
be a lawyer.
He'd pay for Arkham to get better security.
That's true.
He drops off a criminal every week, and the criminal breaks out like that night.
Yeah.
Slide some money.
I mean,
put some reinforced steel on the bars.
You're right.
Something. They put they put the best criminals in Gotham in the same spot.
That doesn't make any sense. Plus, you say like they talked about the reason why the criminals are there is because of Batman. Because they're like, shit, like. Is this dude in a bat suit? Nigga, we finna wear these costumes. I'm finna put on a hat. Like, what do you like? Who does that?
But he donned that.
Like, there's a uniform. There's a uniform for criminals.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Why are you making this face at me? You're judging me.
She's like, what did I get into? Don't worry. We're going to get into this. Just our thing. Oh, we'll back it up. So he put on that black costume and
yes, he was. I like that. Don't do the fist.
I was trying to set you up.
I know you was. It's so corny. But fine, I'll just do it. Black and ugly as ever. I stay Houston down to my socks. I don't have on socks today. I got on loafers. I'm adulting again. I'm an adult. I feel it. Once again, I am Avery, like a very nice guy, also known as Carlton Banks. Carlton with a K, B-A-N-X-X. Yep, that's me. It's me, Avery. And also,
that's new. I like that.
It's wrestling stuff. It's DDP.
Oh,
also,
I'm back into wrestling.
I know. Yeah,
Jake the Snake. Wait, no, it wasn't Jake the Snake.
It was Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
He's old, but he's back.
He's back to talk, but he's gone.
He's not gonna wrestle.
Nope, he's old. But my brother over there. Jess Devine, one of the best writers I've ever met in my entire life.
Looking up at the screen like an amateur.
I know, but we are amateurs. What's happening? What's the deal?
Waving at people in the studio like an amateur. That's all right.
We can do this. This is our show.
That's all right. You're right.
We produced this.
We made it happen. Well, Mike produces it, but
Mike produces it. I'm using the wrong term. Yeah, shout out to Mixmaster Mike. All right, so keeping in the mind of what is it? It's Women's History Month.
Women's History Month. Now, this is going to come out after Women's History Month, but this is Women's History Month.
This is during Women's History Month. Actually, we have a entrepreneur with us in the building. She is the owner of her own line, Lylyth Official, with Lylyth Erotica. She's also a model as well. Adeja Simone.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Make some noise for Adeja Simone.
Yeah. I'm good.
How's it going? How's it going?
It's going okay.
So you were asking how do we discover, and we were just looking at we look at people that are like doing stuff in Houston. I was like, oh, I said that is a business that we haven't, and we're gonna get to your business. But we want to start off with the history of you and your relation to Houston, and just work our way up. So, where are you from?
I'm originally from Palm Springs, California.
Palm Springs, California.
I did a little time, not in jail, but
clarify.
moved to Brooklyn, New York for a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably when I was maybe like 5 or 6, moved down to Houston, and I've been here ever since.
Oh, so you got here at 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm Houston bred.
So I'm about to say, you said Palm Springs. But our
it
whole
sounds
thing
nice.
Well, it does sound nice, but it's one of those things where also like you're pretty much where you're from, like middle school. Like like when you're 5 or 6, you could say like he's from San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago.
But it wow. Although she's right.
Yeah.
But have you been to
I just went to San Antonio with my ex. Remember?
It was boring, wasn't it?
It was boring.
Was that the breakdown of the relationship?
Yeah, because I rooted for the...
because now y'all were stuck together and y'all had to like...
I was going for San Antonio Spurs. She was going for the Lakers. And I was like, fuck the Lakers. I am a Laker fan, but while I'm in San Antonio,
that's
I'm
why y'all
from
broke
San
up?
Antonio. No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. We
have a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Content, nigga.
Okay, my bad. My bad. But San Antonio's like, shouts out to y'all. People from San Antonio do listen, and I like y'all. I really do.
Anyway,
boring. All right. But yeah, wherever you're from in middle school, because when you're a kid, you can't get around. Like, where you going? Like 5 years old. The only place you know is the inside of your house.
That is true.
Like, you can't. What do you know about Palm Springs? Wait, you said Palm Springs?
Mm-hmm.
Palm Springs, California. Where,
it's where a lot of people go to retire.
Yeah.
It's the
retire capital. Yeah.
That's where the Fresh Prince and Carlton got arrested.
First of all, Palm Springs, as a child, I thought, because there were so many old people in Palm Springs, that was in Florida.
I thought it was in Florida, too.
I thought Palm Springs was in Florida the whole time until
the Fresh Prince and Carlton
got arrested there. Like, what, to Florida?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, they was just down the street. They was down the street.
And then you said you from there, Brooklyn?
Yeah, my dad is from Brooklyn, so we lived there for a little bit. And then moved to Houston. I've been there ever since.
What side of Houston?
Down the street from you, Rosenberg.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Rosenberg.
High five. Nah, man.
Oh, what?
You did that San Antonio.
Wait.
Did that San Antonio. I got you.
You were living in Rosenberg, though. And shouts out to our people that also live in Rosenberg, a.k.a. Houston's San Antonio. Like, Rosenberg, like, what does Rosenberg got going on?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So
it's New Sugarland now. They're building houses.
Yeah,
they are.
They're expanding.
They're expanding.
It's going places.
Yeah, it is.
This is that I was helping somebody move the other day, by mistake. Like, and
I was about to say, how somebody got you to what?
First of all, I forgot that this person is a full adult, and she got a group of us to move.
Number one,
and I realized that she had a family.
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh, you're like a real adult. Like, you have furniture. Like, well, I'm like, we're old now. So, yeah, but we were driving out to the area, and there was a massive, I thought it was like a complex. And then I'm looking, I'm like, that's a house. And that's the smallest house in this neighborhood. I forgot what the neighborhood was from, but it's like, I don't know, somebody rich lives there.
And one of my homegirls, she bought her house out there. And I was like, ugh, golly.
It's a drive. When's the last time you went out to Rosenberg?
That's where I just came from right now.
Oh, you're still out in Rosenberg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. We're not going to judge you too much.
Okay.
No, we're judging.
Okay. So you're out in Rosenberg. All right. So, what high school did you go to? What schools?
George Ranch High School.
Okay. So
George Ranch High School? That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's high school. It's massive.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I met a lot of nice people.
You were out at George Ranch. What were you doing out there?
We'll talk off mic.
You know what? Okay,
yeah, I know that was like what?
I was about to say. I don't know what that was. I don't know what.
When I was younger, yeah, it's like.
So when you're in school, because you said you've gone into modeling, and eventually we're going to get into your brand here. What were your plans like coming up?
So I wanted to be a doctor. So these past few years, I've been a pre-med student, and then I switched over to a business major, and now I'm thinking about going into sex therapy. And I think it'll go hand in hand with my business and can go along that way.
What made you decide to switch off the pre-med?
I was tired of it. And I was like, you know what? I want to be an entrepreneur. I want my own business. I want direction. And I decided it was time for a change.
And that's a lot. Like, I was going to do it, and I just realized I didn't like to see blood like that. Like,
and it's really hard. Math, science, it's
a lot.
So hard.
Organic chemistry.
He did the same.
The anatomy is what killed me. It was so hard.
Yeah. Oh, organic chemistry.
Wait, anatomy killed you?
Yes.
That's ironic.
That's what you're trying to get it.
No, it's like having you go in a classroom. It's different parts of the body on different tables, and you have to go and try to remember verbatim each individual part in the function of that part. So when we got to the brain, you're trying to memorize every single part of the brain. And it's
medulla oblongata. That's all I know.
That's what everyone knows.
That's what I remember.
I was going to drop that one next.
The medulla oblongata, because it sounds like you know something when you say medulla.
But then people be like that one.
I thought you were making a Kanye reference with that. It was in the song.
Was it?
Yeah.
I haven't been listening.
Man,
the new album or the old?
I think it was one of his newest albums.
Oh, that's why
he made a reference to it.
I haven't listened to too much new Kanye.
I was like, damn, she's born in what, like 90 what? Like that's a. He made the reference from an older movie. Like I was like, I'm so old. I'm like, bruh, it was what's that Will Ferrell movie? I was like, yo,
what Will Ferrell movie?
He said medulla oblongata in it. No, we're not doing this.
We'll figure it out later.
Waterboy. It wasn't. It was Adam Sandler.
I was about to say that's Adam Sandler. Okay,
they look alike.
Was Will Ferrell in there?
I don't know.
No, we're doing
white people look alike.
Wow.
That's a joke. It's a joke. I'm playing.
We're doing what
that's what reverse racism feels like.
What white people do when it comes to black people.
Yeah, I know. That's why I did it.
Adam Sandler.
How you look like Suge
Will
Knight?
Ferrell.
Yeah.
I look like.
What you don't look like?
10 different people that look nothing like each other. Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
The kids will be like, oh, Shaq, Suge Knight, Rick Ross. There was a guy from a Tide commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah. Yeah, you look like the dude from
Black man with a beard. That's
from Superstore.
The wheelchair. The guy from Superstore. Yeah. I was gonna go as him for Halloween, but then I was like, I felt like
because the wheelchair.
Can I use the wheelchair? Because I feel like that's insensitive. Yeah. Also, if I won the competition and I stand up, I feel like people are gonna be like, you. Yeah. I'm like, okay, never mind.
What's up.
So you switched off from. You're like, okay, I don't want to do the pre-med thing, but it's interesting because it still led you on the path, and you're going an entrepreneur, and particularly you want to go into sex therapy?
Yes.
Okay, why that?
I have an interest in it. I really, I'm that psychological person. Like, I'm the one who literally wants to play therapist when I'm with you.
Okay.
So I will sit here and analyze everything about you head to toe and just... let's talk about your mom. Let's talk about your childhood issues. Let's talk about all these different things to figure out who you are to your core. And then the sex side is for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah.
I have interest in that, and I think I'd be pretty bomb at it. So.
So you just, you're talking about when you're saying, oh, I want to lead into sex therapy, you're also like, I want to talk about your mental state and how that's going to
how it affects it or what problems you're having and that type of thing.
Okay,
and then maybe dip into marriage counseling, like something. I just want to go in that type of route.
Okay.
That's good.
And what got you? What leads you into that path? What got you interested in that? Just
I was in a relationship, and that person led me down this path of erotica and sex and all those different things.
Is this 50 Shades of Grey type?
Yeah, it is.
Have you been to her website?
Is this 50? I have been to the website, but I was like, okay.
Clearly there's bondage on there.
I'm not going to lie to you, yeah.
50 Shades of Rosenberg.
Yeah.
So this is 50 Shades of Grey. So you're in that. I saw 50 Shades of Grey part 1. Aren't there 3 of them? I saw part 1. I don't know what happens along the path.
Why'd you stop? What happened?
You know what? I don't know why I stopped. Oh, HBO didn't have the other 2 up.
Yeah, I had to say.
Like I said,
it had to be something like that.
It wasn't that I was like, oh, this is bad. I'm like, HBO just didn't have the other two up. Like, that was just pretty much it.
Speaking of which, Mom, stop listening from this point on.
Oh, please.
Stop it.
No, she's definitely going to listen. She's going to listen the whole time. But it's still going to be presented in a manner. Like, this is I think that's the other thing where you're very upfront about the sexuality. And you're also like, I think that part of when you're talking about sex therapy, which is interesting, is you want to kind of take the stigma out of sexuality. Like that's a lot of people's problem.
I want to be honest with you. I try to hide what I do, like meeting guys or talking to guys, because they then from that point forward think it's just all about, like, I'm just this super, and it's a business, it's a lifestyle.
How does that affect though? Like, as soon as they find out, then what happens?
Well, this podcast is going to
change. It goes left. It's just off. Their mind just, the blood rushes. It's just, it doesn't go left.
The blood rushes.
The blood rushes. Like she's done. Mom, don't go to the website. But
oh God,
Mom, there's some good things on there. You might want to go check it out.
No,
oh my God, if I go to my parents' house and there's a Lylyth box, I'm gonna be happy for you, but I'm gonna leave.
Hey, it's a prerogative.
I'm gonna leave. Look at his face.
Man, bro.
So,
wow.
Well, I mean, before, so you said you're combining the two, so you're like, okay, I'm gonna become an entrepreneur. You're like, that's it. You know what? While we're talking about this, since we're just dancing around it, let's just go ahead and show the website while we're getting ready to talk this up. And you eventually, wow.
It looks so good.
Wow.
It does.
Wow. And it's very much like in your face, like ready to go.
Yeah.
But you decide.
Control it by your phone.
You said what?
Is that the one you can control with your phone?
No, that is a regular vibrator.
Oh, my bad.
Did you
What?
Did you want to get one?
Do I want to get one?
An app control toy? Yeah.
You control with your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, I got to say stuff on camera. I already have one. But, all right.
I'm learning a lot about you today.
You knew a lot about me.
No, I did not.
You knew a lot.
I did not.
You knew a lot. We lived together. You knew a lot.
I didn't know this.
Blah, blah, blah.
You know how much we can bypass each other by not. This is not the conversation we usually have.
I know, we don't. We have a conversation real brief. I'll be like,
she's helping us already. You know what? This is not the help I want.
Mike goes.
Let's go back to the
Wait, hold on 2 seconds. Mike goes, is it going to be weird talking about sex with your brother? I was like, nah, we've had conversations.
No, we haven't. Brief. No, we have never.
Like, brief, it'd be 2 seconds, but it's not about us. She's analyzing us right quick.
She is.
And
she's doing it on her own.
I'm trying to do it, and I'm like, brothers.
She's doing it on her own.
Sex.
We are
I feel like you guys would talk about it all the time.
Nah, we not.
I feel like you guys, did you hit her? Yeah.
Oh, no, we're not those type of
dudes.
I think that's corny. Like, when you're like,
oh. It really is weird.
I took her down. I was like, I did that in high school.
It's
like,
super weird when the guys do that. Like, yo, did you? I was like, wow, why are you telling me? I don't even like when I don't even want to bring him up because we had a family member do that. But I don't even like when people tell me.
No cap.
Stop it.
I know.
But why? I don't even like when you offer the information. Like, I was like, you think this gets you a high five? If a guy is telling me about it, if anybody's telling me about their sex life, I'm looking at him like, okay, thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, I don't care.
This personal thing between you and another person.
See, I'm the person that everybody wants to come and tell about their sex life.
I feel that.
Everybody feels like they can trust me with their secrets. It's weird, but I accept it.
Has it always been this way, or was this just like after you were like,
oh,
okay. So people just walk up and they're like,
yeah.
Let me tell you my secrets.
Yeah.
Men and women.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know if I'm calm. I have that I'm not going to judge you type of thing going. So.
And that's one of the things, too, where you're talking about the site. Like your site in particular, I think when I first saw you making a lot of the posts, was dealing with, it was showing like bondage, where it's like, I still feel like that's something that people will judge.
Yeah, for sure.
Less since 50 Shades of Rosenberg. Gray, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, less.
And yet it is a $23.7 billion industry. Exactly. So it can't be too much judgment because somebody is buying it.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to get into actually making these sales and taking these great pictures?
Oh, this stuff looks so good on this TV.
Yeah.
I did it.
It looks good on the phone too. It does.
And on the computer.
It
looks good everywhere. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm 23.
Okay.
I started this I had my aha moment 6 or 7 months ago. And I was like, you know what? What won't I get tired of? What will I find purpose in 15 years from now? What can I do to set me aside in what's not being done in Houston on this level? In a black community by a black woman, like just forefront. Sex.
Okay.
From that point forward, I researched toys. I researched bondage. I researched lingerie. I went to China by myself. I went to Guangzhou. I set up manufacturer meetings, came back, busted my ass saving, and started an entire company by myself.
Now tell me, like, okay, that is interesting too, because you went to China. This was just to meet with manufacturers?
Mm-hmm. It was also like a birthday trip to myself, but
that's a cool birthday work trip.
It was a work trip.
That's definitely a cool birthday work trip. So what were some of the things you were looking at as you're like, I mean, what, I guess for people that are trying to start a business, because you're still, whether we're talking about sex or whether you're talking about opening a restaurant or whether you're talking about like anything, you're looking at all these factors that are going to affect the business. When you're going to China, what are some of the things you're looking for in a manufacturer?
Quality in a product. You don't want anything made that could hurt somebody or hurt your customer.
Okay.
Trust between them. Pricing. Making sure that when you need to get in contact with them, they're going to be in contact with you. That making sure that you're going to get your stuff on time. All those different factors play a hand in your business. Because like right now with the virus going on, a lot of the manufacturers they've stopped communication.
Absolutely.
Everything's on hold. They've stopped talking to people. But mine, they're still talking to me because I went out there and talked to them and showed face and shook hands and kissed baby, so to say.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, because this is going to come out later. I mean, right now, just to give like a frame of reference, and hopefully there's a cure that's been found, we're not talking about this anymore. But as of today, South by Southwest announced they're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like they were like, yo, and I think it was Austin that was like, South by Southwest, you're not doing this. South by Southwest was like, all right, cool. So, you know, it's one of those things where, however this virus is, it's definitely getting taken seriously, and it's by a lot of governmental organizations.
It's backed up a lot of businesses also, like McDonald's, really up there companies are losing millions every day due to this because they can't get the production they need from China, who produces literally everything.
Everything. Like everything.
It's definitely a trickle-down effect.
So, I mean, even going back, when did you go to China?
I went to China. You're not going to tell the CDC when I went to China.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
I went to China like October 26th.
Okay.
About like the week before my birthday. So it was nice. I loved it. It was amazing.
And I guess that's the other thing too. It's like, how do you pick out? I mean, that's
research.
Crazy. Just you're researching. You're just reaching out to companies.
Late nights. It was just like, it was research, honestly.
Okay. And so then when you go there, you're talking to the companies and you just kind of figured out a line of products. Are we working with one manufacturer or multiple, or how are we doing?
So I have one for the toys and I have one for the bondage. The bondage is 100% Italian leather, handmade. Everything was handcrafted in their factory. They have my name printed on it. Like it's mine. They were the easiest to talk to and get along with. Shout out to Mr. Lee. He's amazing.
Not Mr. Lee. Does he have a first name? Because I feel like that's real generic. That might be me being racist. Like
it's G-J-I.
All right.
J-I.
All right, G.
His last name is Lee.
G. Lee.
G. Lee.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, G. Lee, for doing the Lord's work. I don't know. Thank you for helping out and getting these products across. But so you meet with these manufacturers and then you kind of start to develop like a product line. When you were going out there, were you always like, okay, did you have your mindset on these are all the products that I want, or are you being presented with certain things?
Yeah, so before I went to Guangzhou, I actually made the mistake of booking my ticket to Shanghai, and then upon further research, I found out that what I needed was in a different part of China, which was 5 hours away. And in this particular part of China, they have a whole market for toys, for sex toys.
Really?
So it was like what Harwin is here, but there, and it's all sex toys. Like, it's a market, 40, 50 rooms of different sellers trying to sell you stuff or trying to, like, get their product out.
Really?
So that's how I ended up there.
What city is this again?
Guangzhou.
Guangzhou.
Mm-hmm.
Are you booking?
I'm just asking questions. Maybe.
No, it was the language barrier was very difficult.
And yeah, that's the other thing.
I could go to Italy, and I speak a little Spanish, so I was able to, I could. Yeah. There, you cannot use context clues, like they don't exist, because they speak with a certain dialect and emotion behind what they say. So everything just came across difficult to understand.
So you had a translator, or are you just using
literally at
Google?
my hotel they had like a little, this is a really weird motion I'm making with my hand. But it was like the
Google translator thing.
Yeah, you can speak into it, and that's how we communicated.
Okay.
With the manufacturers, their assistant spoke English, so she would translate between what we were trying to get across and what products I needed. And the food, I eat anything. I love food. Yeah. But I could not do it. Like, I couldn't do it.
Really?
Even at McDonald's, like, they was
Wait. Okay, so what was it? What was it? Like you said, even at McDonald's, like, is it the texture?
Nasty. It was just nasty.
I always hear that it's like, you'll see it. It's like it's a lot more textural items in a lot of Asian food. It's even when it gets watered down by the time we get here, but it's like a lot more.
Yeah, because I'm used to, the Panda Express and.
Okay, that's American.
That's American.
That is okay.
The human style.
I didn't get any of that over there.
That is all American. Okay, first of all,
they're not eating General Tso.
Most of the Chinese food we talk about is like, I think like my friend took me to like an authentic Chinese restaurant like in college for the first time, and I was like, oh. There are no sauces on. They're not the sauces that I think of. Yeah. And they're like, that's American stuff. We give that to y'all.
Yeah, that's from San Francisco.
What? I was like, So yeah, General Tso's, pretty much all the sweet meats that they hand out to y'all at every Chinese food thing. That's just that's American food. Yeah, enjoy.
Egg rolls. Yeah.
Wait, what was it about McDonald's though? What was the food at McDonald's?
It was like this. I don't want to misspeak and say it wrong, but it was like this porridge type rice thing with like an egg, and it was.
So then, what'd you eat?
I was so happy to be back. Oh my God!
Not your cup of tea.
So okay,
I literally went to Chick-fil-A the second I got back to the airport. Like I couldn't. Yeah.
So then you get back here, and then once you made these deals, what's the next step? First off,
invoices.
You say what?
Invoices. We agree upon the amount I want to get, and then from then they send me this huge number, and I pay it up, and then it's shipped over here.
Oh. And then how did you decide? Like, by that time, you'd already had the company name, right?
No.
Okay. So you're still, you get back, and you're still, because, let's also keep in mind, because you're starting to make sales now. I think I've seen, your top 10% or
1%.
Top one. Oh,
I'm in the 1%.
The top 1%
all the
of
stores
sales
that have launched.
Of all the stores that have launched since that time. But this is going back to October.
Yes.
Like since that time. So while it does seem very quick, there's definitely a plan.
Yes. I mean, people are always talking about you need to have a plan, you need to have this. I just went for it. I just did it. The second money touched my hand, it got sent to whoever I needed to pay out. I didn't really have a plan. Okay. I just made it do what it do.
You made it do what it do.
And here I am.
Oh, well, thanks for stepping on that whole thing, man. I was really like, yo, it looks like you're moving with a plan.
I had purpose.
Nah, man,
I had gusto.
I'm out here just.
I knew which direction I wanted to go in. Yeah. But because that's what people that's where people lack. They have a plan, they do all this planning, and then they don't put anything behind it.
That's all me.
And
that's your boy. I got plans for days. Yeah.
And I just went for it. But when I got back, it was the name, the logo, the website, the photo shoot, all the pictures on the...
Yeah. How'd you come up with the name?
So I don't know if you know the story behind Lylyth.
I read it on the website. I just wanted you to share it because the listeners might not know.
Okay.
It's a cool story.
So the story goes, before Eve with Adam, there was a Lylyth. She was the first wife of Adam. But she didn't want to lay underneath him. She wanted to lay beside him. She wanted equality. She wanted the same respect that Adam got. And that wasn't accepted. God didn't want that. So she got kicked out of Eden. And she then becomes this dark sexual figure. But she also represents independence and freedom. And that's where I resonated with her.
Which is a perfect name for what you're trying to do. So it's like, I want to be equal as well as you're still embracing the sexuality and femininity.
Yes. And for trademark purposes and LLC purposes, I switched out the I's with Y's.
Ah, okay.
And that's how we got Lylyth.
Is there another Lylyth out there? Lylyth Fair.
There's a lot of Lylyths. I mean, she did it with the Y's.
The Y's work.
The Y's
work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you had Lylyth, and then you come back, so you're invoicing. So you're already, so you come back, you're ordering products while at the same time developing the name and the website and getting models for the photos and doing the photo shoot and still getting ready to do marketing to build out your customer base.
Yes.
And you had no plan.
It came, I don't want to say it was easy. It was not easy. It didn't, but it flowed. Like it, I think I found my purpose in what I was meant to do, because doing everything that I did in such a short period of time and how I was able to get it going, and it was nothing short than miraculous. It was pretty dope, and I'm proud of myself for it.
That's dope.
Proud of you. That's a good thing. Plus, you got to keep in mind, this happened after you were going to college and whatnot, correct?
Yeah.
So you already had the mindset for it. You might not have had the plan, but I mean, you had the brain for the plan.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when rappers be like the really smart rappers are like, oh, I don't write down my lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was
I'm like, yes,
no,
you do.
You just have them in your mind.
Yeah.
Like, you would be writing this stuff down.
Yeah, I've been preparing for this moment.
Yeah.
I just didn't know which route I wanted to go with it. And once
awesome.
I figured it out, I tackled it. I did it.
So when, I guess at what point did it start to feel real to you? Like, yo, I've got a business.
It doesn't feel real to me. I'm very hard on myself. Until I touch a certain number, I don't see myself in no way, shape, or form. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So what are some of, and we're people that are trying to build up a business, because, I mean, this is what you're doing, is building that up. What are some of the pitfalls or missteps that you'd be like, I mean, that you could go back and tell yourself, like, hey, let's do this different?
Honestly, I did PR boxes, and I sent out boxes to different people with a very high following. But the crazy thing is, I did build up like a following on my Instagram page, but when my sales really picked up, it was from me self-promoting on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it was a post made. I don't know if you guys seen those videos of like the people in restaurants and they have like the remote controlled.
Yeah.
And they're like, so underneath one of those posts, anytime somebody would ask, where can I find this? Like, what is she using? What is she doing? I would go and put my website under every single one of those posts. And within the next 24 hours, I had around 24,000 people on my website, because that tweet itself was already going viral.
Okay.
And it was I sold out of that specific product also.
That's 100.
Okay.
Within 2 days. So
I guess that's a lesson in business, where it's like you would think
that those girls with those million followers would help you.
Yeah.
But here I was just self-promoting underneath another tweet and generated
So it makes sense to be marketing in so many different aspects because it's not like those girls hurt. Like that's always great.
Yeah, they definitely built my following on Instagram.
Yeah,
and to get my name out there, but you have to go down different avenues: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Etsy,
TikTok,
Amazon, TikTok. You have to literally, you have to really like grasp onto, and that's one reason why I feel like since I am younger on the younger side, I'm able to really maneuver through those different aspects and apps because I grew up on that stage.
That's where the younger side can help you. Have you run into any situations where like just being a younger person because you're young, like
because people think I'm off rip, they think I'm like 28, 30. I'm like, no.
So okay, so you haven't really run into any things where people are like, oh, okay, I think that's just a young person and they don't necessarily know what they're doing.
They are more so like in shock when I tell them my age, and they're like, you got all this going on, like how, like what?
I'm not gonna lie, even when we were doing the research and we were scrolling back, I was doing the math because
I was birthday one. I
said, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I was born in 1996.
Yeah, 96.
I said, this
saw the balloons.
Birthday? Okay, that makes
Mike was like, I was born in 95.
96. 16. Okay.
96. Yes.
Okay. I was in high school.
I know, man. Tupac died, bro.
Tupac died in 96.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Because she carries herself like she's older because she has a business or whatnot.
I always think about that Deion Cole thing where he's like, you got 30 summers left, and it hurts me. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, I'm like, die.
Yeah, it's
96,
over,
man.
That's fine.
Them summers between 96 and 2020 passed by real quick.
It's great because you had your time. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Now we like.
It's not over here.
Sorry,
don't listen. You're in your prime.
We're
don't listen.
We're the young life, but we do better stuff now.
No, 96 Devon was in his prime.
You played football that one semester?
2020 Devon, man, they whooped me, dog. They flipped me. Ooh, that's a bad year for football. But yeah, 2020 Devon is looking like, man, 96. That's all I think about. Yeah, Tupac died that year.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Back to you though. Okay, so sorry to have that somber note. Yeah, rest in peace, Pac. Or not if you're in Costa Rica somewhere. So,
oh my gosh,
you never know. Where you say you're from?
Dominican Republic. My dad's
Dominican Republic. Okay, your dad's Dominican. Your mom?
She's black.
Okay, black. I mean, Dominican is black
too. Yes, yeah. Afro-Latina.
We're Afro-Latina. Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
A little bit of Spanish. No, and
if I was dropped off in Mexico, I could make it out.
Oh, okay.
That's the best I got.
I went to the Dominican Republic, and that's the first time I truly understood that. I was like, oh, this is what it's like to be somewhere where there's like the resort I was at, they wasn't speaking English. Yeah. And
it's so much worse in China.
Oh yeah?
It's like a weird... Like you develop a weird thing
look
where
different.
You're like, yeah,
they're looking at you. People came to me, pictures with me because I've never seen everybody as well. Not only that, they've never seen anything like me. Yeah. They haven't seen.
Did they think you were? My homeboy went to China and he looks nothing like him, but they kept calling him Allen Iverson, and that was legit. So were they calling you? Like, did they think you were a celebrity or something?
I don't know. I'm black. I'm full figured. They're all really skinny over there.
Yeah.
And it was just.
And so they're walking up. They're walking up. They're taking pictures with you, but you don't know what's being said at all.
No, not at all.
Okay.
But I guess it was cool. I mean, they were smiling at me. I don't know.
I mean, it works. It works. Well, I mean, we're bigger than them too. So
yeah.
They know you could fight them.
Maybe. No.
I'm about to say.
I wouldn't even try it. I would not even try it.
Let's not be. Yeah, everybody doesn't know karate.
That's more so Japan, but still.
I'm about to say everybody don't know karate. I'm not gonna do it though. But it's all.
I was just being racist.
I don't want to get whooped on camera by like a small guy.
I don't want to get whooped on camera.
He knows karate
for real.
That's all right though. So you're back here, and then I was kind of leading into because you're like top 1% of sales. That's when you were saying like, how'd you find us? Like, we're following things on Instagram and Twitter, and I think you posted something about that, and that's impressive. So how did you feel when that happened?
I feel like I still got a long way to go because I was only with one specific product and I still have an entire website of products to sell. So because I sold out of that product, that's what got me to that point. But I have so much stuff to do. I have such a long way to go. Like, people are like, you're doing it. You're doing great. No,
you are doing it. I mean, of course, there's a long way to go, but you are actually
doing it.
You're doing it.
Smell your flowers.
Yeah.
Smell your flowers.
You should be proud of yourself.
Smell your flowers. Okay.
Look what happened to Kobe, man. You should be proud of yourself.
Absolutely.
Right.
We're happy for you.
You gotta recognize while it's still going on.
Yeah.
So, like you say, you got a lot more to do. What are some of the things that you want to do? What is it what you want to accomplish, and what do you want to turn Lylyth into?
So next on the list would be going into like doing divorce parties, bachelorette parties, passion parties.
They have divorce parties?
That is a humongous market.
Yeah.
Like, right next to wedding cakes, divorce cakes.
Explain a divorce party, please.
So similar to a bachelorette party, but there may be a cake with a woman chopping a penis.
Okay.
Or it may be a woman on top of the cake with, like, the bride and groom, but she's holding the groom's head.
Okay.
I feel like these are parties geared towards women. Do guys throw a lot of divorce parties?
No, they just go cheat or
whatever. I was about to say, are
do.
we the reasons for the divorces?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, with divorce being 51%, there's a market for it.
Okay.
That's okay.
So, doing that, a few more years down the line, doing a brick and mortar. I want to have a storefront, like a half studio where I do like striptease classes, pole classes, sex yoga. I don't know how graphic I can get, but like how to squirt one-on-one classes type things.
Yeah, I mean, you're cool. Our only sex.
And then the other half will be a sex store, like selling my products, my toys, that type of thing. And maybe also have an in-house, like marriage counselor, therapist, that type of thing.
That's interesting too. That you're still putting. How do you get over? I guess when you're trying to get customers, you're trying to reach out to the public. How do you get over the stigma that people usually associate with sex?
I don't. I just have to be who I am and keep it moving.
That's awesome.
That works. That's all I had.
I'm like, that work.
I said, that's all I had. That's it. Okay.
That does really work, though. I mean, even going back, because we've covered your business more so. How'd you get into modeling?
I don't know how it happened. It just happened.
Okay, so one day
what do you mean
you're not a model, and then the next day you are. What was that day like, though?
I've been having a few withdrawals because I kind of dipped out of that, becoming an entrepreneur, just to put more energy and be behind the scenes on that.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you feel like there's a stigma with the model thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Ah, okay.
Because you're like, the Instagram model type thing, and I want to be more. I want the whole cake. I want everything.
It's a piece of the
so
cake,
I can be
it's also you want the whole thing. That's positive.
Because people ask why I don't model my own stuff. Like, you look at the website, I'm not modeling anything.
Yeah.
So that was by design. You were like,
I want to be behind the scenes. Okay. If you're going to see me, you're going to see me in a suit.
Okay.
Or you're going to see me fully covered. That's how I wanted to do it.
That's 100, man. It's more about your brain.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because, I mean, like even you were saying earlier, like as soon as anybody you're interested in dating finds out about it, things go left.
Turn into the cartoon wolf.
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly.
That's how we are. Like, man, it's crazy. Yeah.
And then they're not even, especially in the Black community, as far as men go, they're taught that type of stuff or that level of stuff is
okay.
Not okay.
Oh, okay.
They think it's gay or like, what do you like?
I see your point.
Demeaning to me that you would want to even try that or do that.
I see what you're saying.
That's not how it goes.
Really?
So it's a little bit of curiosity mixed in with fear, mixed in with what have I gotten myself into from their standpoint.
I mean, but at one point, because you said you weren't exposed to it until they 50 Shades of Rosenberg. Not they. He.
Because I did not find nobody else after that. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Oh, wait. So this is a 50 Shades of Grey thing. I know about this from somebody told me about the book. So that was it.
Yeah. Guys really aren't. I would have to go and teach from this point because I really haven't found anybody open enough to try those things with me.
What things? I want to know about the things. What things? Because I have. Are we talking about pegging here? What are we talking about?
Okay, I'll give you a scenario. So it would be times I would come home from work and my boyfriend at the time would be sitting in a chair. He would have taken out the light bulb, put in red lights.
Okay, red light special.
And would have like whips and toys and all these different things laid on the bed. And just eager and ready to like please me and do whatever I wanted. So after that ended, I just didn't find it. Like there wasn't nobody that was willing to take the time out.
Yeah.
Like they just want to just get to it. There's no desire. There's nothing behind it. It's just.
I know what you mean. Because, I mean, I have a lot of female friends, and one of them has said all black dudes are like Mr. Marcus. There's like one setting. Gonna be like, yeah, bitch, take it. Like, this is like, that's kind of demeaning.
No, that's 100% accurate. Yes.
That's weird. That's like,
and here I am with a whole business designed for all these different types of pleasure and all these different types of avenues you can go down with your partner. So what are you going to do? Like, you can't just treat me like.
I understand. You're multifaceted and one way.
Like, I have a blog on my site. I write about all these different topics and all these different things. You got to come with it. Like, you can't just. They don't understand. That's why
I mean, the people that watch it, there's probably somebody out there that's looking now. Like,
I know.
Notes.
I know. Somebody's gonna be in our DMs like,
go to the blog site.
What's
how
her
do I
info?
get in touch with her? I'm like, bro, that's on you, baby. That's on you. Like, wow, that's crazy.
So yes, okay. So and then that was it. That was the end all. But then you're like, okay, I guess that just wait. When did this breakup happen?
3 years ago.
3.
Are there still aftershocks?
I was going to say September. Like, so 3 years ago, and then you're like, okay, so for 3 years, you've been kind of headed towards this business.
Yeah.
That was just the introduction into this, and you've just been like researching, like, okay.
I mean, I didn't know anything about what I wanted to do until 6 months ago, 6 or 7 months ago. Yeah.
Okay. And then that last 6 months, that's when we went to China and did all that stuff.
Everything that you see, the website, all that stuff, everything that came up with was in the last 6 to 7 months.
Ultimate hustle, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't got to tell Mom to skip this whole episode.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even want Dad to skip this whole episode.
He's going to be awkward.
Yeah, he's going to be texting.
So, I was like, no. I'll talk to you about.
In the middle of a sentence.
I don't want to talk to you about any of this. Nothing at all. He's going to ask you what pegging is.
Yeah, he's gonna be like,
enjoy.
So, what do you have that you could use on your phone? Or be like blocked? Like, nah, fam, that's nasty. I don't want to talk to my dad about that. He's listening.
This episode is going so many different directions.
Yeah,
talking about our parents now.
I know.
All right, so back to Lylyth. So you say you got a whole lot of stuff that you're planning on building out because you don't feel like you're. I don't know. You make it sound like you haven't done anything.
I know. It's weird.
How does your, like, family members, people that are close to you, what do they say? How do they feel about the site?
My mom is proud of me. She's so proud. My aunt is super religious.
That's what I was looking for.
That hasn't really gone over well with her. But I mean, I'm doing it.
Does she pray for you? Does she like
probably?
Like,
I know she does.
I'm gonna pray for you.
My little brothers, they're like, so what do you do? I'm like, I sell lingerie. And
How old are your little brothers though?
18, 15, and 12.
Okay.
Oh, so they don't know.
No. The 18-year-old knows because I actually had him go over to my place and count out some products while I was out of town. I was like, can you go count how many dildos is in this?
Let's do this.
That's how you told him?
No, I just sent him a picture of the toy and was like, can you go count out?
But my whole thing is when you send him the picture, that's when he's finding out.
No, I think he's known before.
Oh, okay, okay.
She thinks she hasn't confirmed though. That
I mean, no, that's still gotta.
I mean, like the conversation you don't want to have with your parents, it's the same one I don't want to have with my little brothers.
Exactly, exactly. And they definitely don't. I mean, you know, it's little brother. Nobody wants like, you know, like
to know
their sister. And you know,
because you know what's weird? Like their coaches and their friends will go on my Instagram page even before this. And they're like, man, this is your sister? Whoa, look at it. Gets awkward, but
yeah, we got a cousin like that.
Their sister's a bad bitch, like so there's nothing.
We got a mom like that. I ain't tell you that time, like,
nah, niggas talk about mom. I hate that shit.
It's ridiculous. Like, it sucks.
Yeah, I hate
literally.
That shit.
I was like in high school one time, and she was, I don't know why she chose to sub. She's like, oh, I just sub. Like, she was in between jobs or something. And then, like, my friends came up to me and was like,
she got bored.
There's a fine sub. And I was like, really? And this is why it's bad, because high school and boys are dumb. Like, we ran downstairs. Like, ran. Like, I was like, ha, 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 and turned the corner, and it took me like 30 seconds to realize what was going on. Because they're like, there. I'm like,
that's my mama.
Like, is it past? Is it past my mom?
Yeah.
Ew. You looking at my mom? I was like, nah, it's messed up. It's messed up. That's cool, though. That's bad memories.
My homegirl that came over the other day was like, how your mama doing still? I was like, bruh, you married to a man now. Like, why are you asking about my mom, bro? Like,
I'm learning so much about you right now. Like,
you know about
your homegirls out here trying to get him on.
Yeah.
Thanks. This is nice. So, yeah, you don't want your brothers finding out about that. So I imagine, you're keeping that kind of stuff from them.
Yeah.
But aside from the religious family members and that kind of thing, you know, everybody else is proud, right?
Yeah, everybody's proud. My friends, they fuck with it tough. They love it. It's really just me that still think I have like this huge way to go, which I do. But
you do.
That's good. Don't be complacent.
Yeah. Nah, that's one thing. Like, you can't be content in one place when starting a business. You always have to continue to grow, figure out new things, new avenues, new places where you want to get to.
Okay. Now, where can people find your product, and just describe all the products that you're doing, like what you want to get out here and sell?
So you can find me at lylytherotica.com. That is the website. I sell sex toys, vibrators, remote control toys, app control toys, anal plugs.
Don't look at me and say anal plugs. She looked directly at me and said anal plugs.
And she stopped.
I know.
She literally stopped. I was like,
that's fucked up. All my homegirls that are watching this shit are like, damn, she was the right person.
I'm learning so much about you. Dude.
I do bondage, leather accessories. I do riding crops.
All leather is Italian. I don't know nothing about leather. Is that important that it's all Italian made?
Prime leather.
Okay, that's prime leather.
That's the stuff.
Okay.
That's that soft shit.
Handcuffs, thigh cuffs, ankle cuffs, blindfolds.
What?
I really got everything on here.
Okay.
And then I have lingerie also. And I also have the blog.
You got lube.
No, I don't have lube yet.
Okay.
That was the blog post. It was about the science behind how a woman gets wet.
Wow.
So that was the history behind that picture.
It's coming.
The science behind how. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's what's up. Well, I mean, look.
I was about to ask about the science behind it, but then we're going to run out of time.
I know, man. We really want to thank you.
Read the blog post.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. If you would like to check it out,
read the read the blog
There's also
post.
one about being blindfolded, steps you can take with that, and all the different types of orgasms. There's not just one type.
You are guiding people through this the same way you got when you got 50 Shades of Rosenberg. That's what you're doing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good.
And then at the end, I guide them towards what product they should get to consummate what they just read.
Buy her products, man. That's what it is. It's going to make your life a whole lot better.
And Houston company, Houston bred, Houston
entrepreneur.
Black woman entrepreneur.
Black woman.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I was going to roast Palm Springs. I talked about
you don't have to roast Palm Springs. You can roast Rosenberg.
A couple of podcasts ago, I said everybody from California stay out because y'all are ruining the traffic. It's your fault.
But
it's
she
your
moved
fault.
here before she could drive.
No, she's a Houstonian. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the rest of you, the guys who came when you were adults. We don't want you. I see you. Well, we get it.
And stop raising the rent. Y'all
stop
come
raising
down
the rent.
Here, y'all getting like these $2,000 apartments with no washer and dryer because I don't know where you came from. The Bay, New York. Stop. All right. Lower our rent back.
Yeah, leave. Go somewhere. Go to San Antonio. Build that up.
And stop working on 610.
Oh my God.
That has nothing to do with the people. Yeah, but I'm upset about it.
290, I-10, like all of it. Like stop where finish Houston.
Wait.
Finish it.
I've given up on 290. I don't mind. Y'all can work on that forever.
290 pisses me off.
Just focus. What you going up 290 for?
290 pisses me off. Anyway, this is in my humble opinion. Once again, I am Carlton Banks. Carlton with a K. Carlton with a KBN also known as Avery, like a very nice guy. Yeah. Also with my co-host, my brother, my bestie, Jess Devon.
I'm not your bestie.
He's not my bestie. I just want to say that.
Mom, don't watch this episode. If you have been watching it, never talk to us about it.
We want to thank you once again, Adeja.
Mm-hmm.
Adeja.
Oh, yeah. You gave me that look.
You're okay.
That Dominican.
I gave you the anal plug joke, so we're good.
I liked it, though.
We're
funny.
fair. We're good.
I was like,
never
it's
mind.
like she knows people I know. Adeja Simone.
So many jokes.
Adeja Simone. This is in my humble opinion, where the opinions are humble and the words aren't jumbled, but sometimes they are. I've been jumbling. Yes. Good day. Good night. Bang.